Hi, Missy. I'm just going to go through a couple of the books that I recommended for, I hope I'm saying their names right, Briley, Braden, Dalton, and Gracie. So Briley was 10 months old, the baby. I included on your list, and again, I'm not going to look at every single book, just the ones that I happen to have on hand or that I thought were special. Well, they're all special, but just some of my favorites. I included a few of our interactive baby books. You can see these are kind of all from the same series and they're all the same size. They're all chunky board books. The slide and see books are some of my absolute favorites. These ones have sliding parts that the baby can slide back and forth. My 2.5-year-old still loves these. She will sit and read them by herself for quite a while. They've also got, if I can even turn the page, cutouts and different textures for them to feel, little bumps and stuff, a couple finger trails for them to trace. But yeah, super cute for kids, super durable, way more durable than flaps. So a great first book. The finger trail playbook is great. It has these finger trails cut into the page that they can trace with their fingers. It's awesome for fine motor control. Again, great for the age she is now, great for even up to 2. This does have flaps, so just be careful when you're reading it with her because babies and flaps. But as long as you're with her, these aren't super flimsy ones. They're pretty sturdy. Finger trails again, and then different textures or different indentations for them to feel on the page as well. Each page has a couple different finger trails, so really great. And it does set up the left to right reading thing because all of the finger trails run left to right, so awesome. The colors playbook has a little bit of everything. It's got textures, it's got flaps, it's got finger trails. Another one of our most popular books. You need me to unbutton that? Oh, you want me to button it? Sorry. You can see my little Elsa. There you go. Your face is a mess. Yeah, your face is a mess. So lots of fun. Highly recommend. That's not my books. I don't have the elephant one. It's my favorite. I actually just lent it to somebody. But it's really cute. All of them are awesome. I can't recommend them enough. They have a different texture on each page. Really bold, bright illustrations that will really capture her interest. And then big textures, not just little tiny textures. You want to see? You want to see? As you can see. And then it's got repetitive text that is really great for setting up some of their knowledge of how language works. I gave you the Farm Animal World, which is just the cutest. She will absolutely love it. And I'm willing to bet that even Braden, even though he's 6, I bet he kind of sits down and reads it and looks at it and plays with them. My 2.5-year-old and 4-year-old both love them as well. These are a set of 9 little books. They're tiny and chunky. You can see how thick each page is. And then one of my favorite things is that the back of the storage box has the matching picture on it. So they also are learning matching when they match the picture to the back of the box and fine motor control when they have to put it back. And then, as you can see, these are square and they also stack really nicely on top of each other to make a little tower. So they are awesome. Cannot recommend these enough. They are one of my favorites for babies. Show that one. Well, I didn't put this one on your list, but my daughter wants me to show this one. This is our big and little box set. It's 4 little books, 4 little board books that are mommy baby or daddy baby pairs. She loves this one. So, and it's pretty cheap. I think it's only $7.99. You're gonna read it. The last one I put on there for her is our Hushabye Bunny book. It has lots of great textures on it. A little bumpy texture here. So soft, little crinkly foot. And then it goes through and it's a sweet little bedtime story. And then the back picture is the bunny sleeping. And they're just so sweet and soft. I just absolutely love them. highly recommend. For Braden, he liked heroes, Legos, dogs. We don't have commercial or licensed things. She wants me to show you this too. But we do have things that you can easily tie into those subjects. So one of the things I gave you was a sticker dressing book. I think I gave you the rescue missions version of this, but they're very similar. But what these have are pages of outfits, and then a page of, like here's the lifeguard page, or there's the secret agent page, where you can dress these guys up and learn a little bit about the people, about the people. This particular one has, you can see, mountain rescue, lifeguards, astronaut, cave rescue, stuntmen, firefighters, etc. So these are great books. Really great for 6-year-olds and even a little bit older. So awesome. I gave him a couple press out and building books. I don't have Slot Together Castle, although it is amazing. It's huge, and they actually get to build it and play with it. And you can always glue it together if you want it to last a little bit longer, or you can leave it unglued if you just want to be able to have them rebuild it over and over. But it's so neat. If you can swing it, I highly recommend it. I also gave him the See Inside How Things Work. Now, these are generally a little bit older for, I would say, more 7+, but he'll grow into it, I think. And he'll really enjoy looking at it with Dalton. So these books have, this particular book, all of the See Inside series are like this. This particular See Inside book is all about how things work. So it's got pictures of the inside of different machines or vehicles. This one's got a bike, and it talks about how they work. Kids who love to build things like Legos usually are kind of into the engineering and the behind the scenes thing, so I think he would really, really enjoy this. So highly recommended. He likes dogs, so I gave him our Jack Russell book. Now he's 6, so this might be a little hard for him yet, but if he's an advanced reader, or it'll be great for him to grow into, or for you to read aloud to him, because his attention span would be that he's able to listen to a chapter every night. But there's the inside, so you can kind of see how, what kind of language it uses, what kind of difficulty it has. Each page is broken up with little Jack facts or glossary or pictures. So a really fun little book all about a little dog detective. And I didn't put any of these on your list, but I'm going to grab one. If he's not quite at the level of, if he's not quite at that level yet, these Hey Jack, bye-bye, honey. These Hey Jack books are great. They are designed to be the very first book a kid reads. You can see large text, short chapters, lots of word art to keep it broken up. So definitely check these out if he's not quite at the Jack Russell book level yet. Then another book that I gave him is the Farmyard Tales book, and I gave him this because he likes the dogs, and there's a lot of dogs in that book. Now, I don't have mine on me right now. I do have the mini version, the Train Stories version. The Farmyard Tales one is much bigger. It's probably more like that, but it's the same idea. The Farmyard Tales one has lots of dogs in it. But the setup is going to be the same. It's a dual reader, which means that there's a line of text at the top and a line of text at the bottom. The line of text at the top is easier and shorter, and then the line at the bottom is harder and more difficult, more advanced words. And it's designed so that the early reader or the young reader can read the line of text at the top, and then the parent can read the text at the bottom, kind of a cooperative reading thing, which is really, really great for that age. And then the other nice thing about it is if you're short on time, or if he just wants to read it himself, just the line of text at the top can be read and the story will still make sense. You don't have to read the line of text at the bottom. So that's the Farmyard Tales book that I gave you. For Dalton, since he likes Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I gave him I Am Jack, which is a really great story about being bullied, and a couple other ones. One of the ones that I have, of the ones that I recommended to him, is this Mythical Ninth Division book. This is one of my favorite books for elementary school. It's a little bit more difficult, so kind of depending on where he's at reading wise. It might be something that's perfect for him now, or it might be something for him to grow into or read with you. Here's a page of the text so you can kind of see the type of text that it has. Smaller words than, for example, that Jack Russell book I showed you, but it still has some illustrations to break up the text a little bit. The humor is a little bit more sophisticated. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was so well written. The beginning of every chapter opens with a comic panel, a couple pages of comic book panels. And as far as what it's about 3 Yetis who are part of the British Army, and they go on different rescue missions. It's really, really good and cute. Since he likes dinosaurs, I gave him this dinosaur sticker book. It's great for older kids, and it has pictures, these beautiful pictures of dinosaurs, information about them, and then you take the corresponding sticker page. I don't even know which page that was. Maybe it was this one, I don't know. You take the corresponding sticker page and you can see that it's the missing bits from the picture. So you find and match it up, and then you are building your dinosaur, completing it. But it's really neat. It's just, so you get to see the bones and then some information. So awesome book for kids who love dinosaurs and are a little bit older. For Gracie, I gave her several different novels, chapter books. We don't have a lot of biographies or anything like that. You can look up, if you search for true stories in it, you'll see some true stories. They're more like the action adventure type, so I didn't know if she would enjoy those, but check it out. And 2 of the books that I did give her are The Last 13 and or Choose Your Own Ever After. These ones are kind of like chick lit light. They've got very slight romance and crush themes. This girl's trying to decide between her friends and hanging out with a cute boy that she has a crush on. And it's fun because throughout the book, it's just like the Choose Your Own Adventure books from when we were young, although it's a little bit, I think, more advanced and older than that. You can see an example of the type of text that they have there, and then the choice that the child gets. You can still call a 12-year-old a child, that the tween gets, and then depending on the choice that they make, the story will be different. So really fun. Like I said, mild romance in here, but she's 12, so she's probably about that age where that's a real part of her life. My hair is just doing crazy things with this light shining through it. So Choose Your Own Ever After is those. The Last 13, it's a fantastic series. These can be read standalone. They don't have to be read together, and in fact I think it's different characters in each one. The Last 13 is a series. It's 13 books. I highly recommend getting at least, if you go with the series, getting at least 2 or 3 of them so that they have something to keep reading if they're interested, and then they can be reading that when you order, the remaining books. You can get them as a group for a little bit of a discount. It's really fun. It's about a kid who, here's the back of it, about a kid who discovers that he has these, not superpowers, but I guess it's kind of a superpower. His dreams come true. And it does feature a lot of girl protagonists in it. The main character is a boy, but there are a lot of strong female characters in them. And so he finds out that he has a superpower where his dreams come true, where they're predicting real events. And then there's different groups, good guys and bad guys, competing to find the 13 kids who have this ability, and then they have to save the world from a bad guy. So it's kids saving the world. Here's a picture of the inside of the text. There's very mild violence in it. The bad guys shoot with dart guns for the most part. There's a couple of real guns, but nobody gets hurt or killed, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But it's definitely not graphic if it does have anything like that. So No pictures or anything in this one, I don't think. Oh, I guess there's one. But yeah, very few pictures, mostly text. Really, really good series. I'm currently reading the third one of it. I've read the first two and I'm on the third one and it's really good. I'm trying to think. There was something. Oh, I didn't put this on her list because I'm not sure how she's into fantasy, but if she likes fantasy books, the Impossible Quest book is really good. There's only 4 of them, so it's a quick series. But it's about a group of 4 kids. I think it's 4 kids. Yeah, 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys, who their castle gets attacked and they have to go on a quest to save it. So it does have, like I said, male and female protagonists. Really good, fun, kind of fantasy novel. So if you have any questions about any of those books, if you need any more recommendations, let me know. And I'm sorry this went so long. I did not mean to make it go that long. And enjoy.